Robinhood shares on the move today as Needham upgrades the stock from hold to buy, as Donald Trump's victory is seen as a positive catalyst for the stock. Joining us now, the analyst behind the call, John Todaro. He's a senior analyst at Needham. John, it's good to see you here. So walk us through, you say that you expect some changes coming from the Securities and Exchange Commission that then could directly benefit Robinhood. Walk us through what you expect and what it could do for the company.
Yeah, sure. So Robinhood's going to benefit here. We view it in two ways. One, the pro-crypto regulation that's coming, and one that's just changes at the SEC, and then also the broader positive regulation from the Trump administration. And so I think what is important within that, though, is for folks to realize that you're really kind of getting two turns of the wheel in terms of positive regulation. You're going from an administration that was restrictive or maybe even anti-crypto to not only one that's neutral, but actually pro-crypto. So it is a bigger jump than I think a lot of investors initially realized on the election win. So that's point number one. Point number two, with what's expected to be a new SEC chair, we believe Robinhood will come out and launch a number of different crypto products. This allows them to take some low-hanging market share fruit within that. And then also a key point of those crypto asset listings, we expect Robinhood to launch a lot more meme tokens. And that is a part of the crypto economy that's been growing a lot. Meme crypto assets are traded about 3 to 5 times more than large cap crypto assets. So we do think platforms that can launch trading pairs within that should see outsized volume. And we all remember in 2021 when Robinhood had GameStop and AMC, and they saw a lot of volume from meme stocks. We think they could do the same thing within crypto.
John, when you say you expect this administration to be more, generally pro-crypto, just spell that out for me, John. What does that mean just in terms of actual, specific policy you might expect?
The biggest one is going to be changes at the SEC. So I think kind of front runners right now would be Hester Pierce, who's a current commissioner. She would obviously be very favorable for the crypto industry, or Dan Gallagher, who's the current chief legal officer at Robinhood. So either one of those would be very positive for crypto. And then the other pieces, you could see stablecoin legislation that gets done. That would be down the road. That would be positive for crypto broadly. But what we think the biggest thing near term is just the changes at the SEC. And that's where Robinhood's going to be able to capture most of the low-hanging fruit. The down the road legislation, that's a positive that is more likely to get done now with Republican control in Congress. But the main part is those SEC changes.
And there's also a report now in the Wall Street Journal that Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase, is set to meet with President-elect Donald Trump potentially today, that they're going to be talking about the SEC. According to the Journal, Armstrong's pick is Hester Pierce, who was a Trump SEC commissioner, to head up the agency. How big would that pick in particular be if it did indeed end up being Pierce?
Yeah, well, exactly right. That's one of the names I just mentioned. And I think if she is picked, that would be very positive for crypto. We put out a note recently, right after the Trump election, where we diagrammed a wish list of kind of pieces getting done. And one of them was Commissioner Pierce getting appointed. I actually don't think you could have a more pro-crypto person who obviously also understands securities laws and the markets. So I think she would be pick number one, if you will.